everyone, I just wanted to do a quick little review of The Best of Me by Nicholas Sparks. I just finished it and I really loved it. I gave it 5 stars. So I just wanted to give my quick thoughts. First off, for the summary, it's about this girl named Amanda and this boy named Dawson. Whenever they were 18 years old, they lived in a small town and they dated for a year towards the end of high school. And Amanda was the pretty popular girl. She was rich, whereas Dawson was more rough. He was poor. He also came from a family of criminals, so everyone sort of looked down on him, and they didn't think that him and Amanda should be together. But they stayed together for a year, and whenever it was time to go to college, Dawson wasn't going to go to college, but Amanda really wanted to go. So he sort of broke up with her to let her go to college, and needless to say, her family was very happy about that. They're gone away from each other for their entire lives, and once they're kind of older, middle-aged, they come back to the town for a funeral for their mutual friend named Tuck, and he was older than them and he died, so they both came back for his funeral, and so they kind of meet up again, and that's really where the story takes off. Starting off with Amanda, I thought she was a very realistic character. Whenever she was put into situations and she had to make a lot of really hard decisions, I felt like she reacted the way a normal person would. Yeah, she's very relatable. As far as Dawson, he was so cute. Oh, I love Dawson. It was kind of sad though because Amanda was the only person he had ever dated, and they dated when he was 18, and that was the last person he ever dated. And he sort of lived a secluded life. He had a lot of, how should I put it? He had a lot of bad things happen to him, near-death experiences. So he just was fine living on his own. But he was very, loyal to her, and he still loved her even after all those years. I felt like he was a great character for the readers to fall in love with as well because he was just so adorable. And then another character was Tuck. He played a big part in the story, although it starts out where he passed away, but it kind of goes back and tells stories about his relationship with Amanda and Dawson whenever they were younger, and then as they got older. I really loved Tuck's character, and I loved the little part that he plays in their relationship and in the story. I thought it was a really nice touch. And his relationship with his wife was really beautiful, and they talk about that a lot, and that was pretty much, it's a big tearjerker part whenever they go into Tuck. Alright, moving on to the writing. I think this is where Nicholas Sparks really shines. He is an amazing writer. I love the way the story was told through a third-person narrator, to where you know both what Amanda and Dawson are thinking pretty much at all times. I love that because it's no guessing. You know and you understand why Amanda's doing what she's doing. You know and understand why Dawson's doing what he's doing, and it's like you know more than the characters know. Like Amanda doesn't know the Dawson secrets, and Dawson doesn't know Amanda's secrets, but you know them. So it's I think it's really cool for the reader to be involved like that, and I love the way Nicholas Sparks writes. He does a very good job of sort of doing flashbacks to the past and then also telling what's happening in the present, and you don't get confused. You know what's going on, and you don't get confused with the characters. You specifically know which point of view it's being told from, without the narrator having to say, and I think that takes a lot of skill in writing to be able to differentiate two characters like that and know which one he's talking about. As far as the plot goes, it was very unexpected, especially the ending. I did not expect what happened. You kind of figure it out, and I think Nicholas Sparks wanted you to figure it out at one point. You can kind of predict the way it's going to go, but it just rips your heart out. I was not unhappy with the ending. I think it was very unexpected. It drew in all these different plots that were going on, because in the book it wasn't just Amanda and Dawson's point of view. He actually told it from Dawson's cousin's point of view, another family that's in the town point of view, brought all of these plots together and show how they related, and it was kind of this weird happenstance thing that happens at the end, and it was sad, but it's definitely unexpected, and I think it was a nice way to tie things up and how everything just kind of settled in its place and everything just worked out. But overall, I really liked how this story focuses on a relationship later in their lives, as whereas I think a lot of books focus on, say, the part whenever they were young and they were together for a year. A lot of books focus on that specific part, and then you don't really know what happens in the future. And I like to see what happens whenever they reunite later in life. Definitely recommend this book if you like Nicholas Sparks books. I wouldn't say it's my favorite one. I think so far Safe Haven's probably my favorite, but I've only read this one, Safe Haven, and The Notebook. It definitely has a lot of deeper, heavy stuff in it. But it's very moving and has a lot of meaning to it. So thank you for watching. Comment below if you read it and what you thought or what you think of Nicholas Sparks books in general. So thanks for watching again. Bye.